guys. Welcome to tonight's recap of Big Brother 23.
Correct. It's episode 32.
Yes.
So last time...
It was a surprise, not live double eviction.
Last time, Tiffany and Hannah were e-voted.
No!
No, they weren't. They were evicted.
No. It was
they
very
were
sad.
Sadly, too evicted.
I was sad to see both of them go, in all seriousness. But guess who's still here? Is Big D.
He's still there. He can't understand it. He's such a threat. Dude, you're a goat.
Yeah.
You are a goat.
He doesn't seem to get that.
They're going to drag you to the end because you're going to lose.
Oof.
So the final four, in case you were under a rock or you're tuning in this for the first time, you're like, hey, what's this fun little video?
Hey, you never know.
What's this little lark?
If you're new, welcome.
It's Kai, Xavier, Azza, and Big Daddy D, Derek.
They are the final four.
That's right.
Yeah.
Congratulations. What a season.
Yeah. I mean, it had so much promise, and then...
It started out great.
Just in the last, couple weeks, it got really rough. But anyway.
All right, well, you're not allowed to have an opinion.
I know. So anyway.
Before the noms.
We got some more footage from what happened during the double eviction. Because they couldn't show it all.
No. This is too big.
Yes.
They had too much fluff. They could not sacrifice one Build-A-Bear. They had to show it on this episode because, let's be honest, they wouldn't have had enough info for this episode.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad that we got some insight into what was going on because I kept seeing people going off and whispering and such, and I wanted to know what they were talking about.
Well, Azza got really nervous because Hannah was asking fast questions.
I mean, she was asking legit questions like, why am I going up on the block?
Want to tell her the answer to.
So Azza lied to Hannah. We knew this when we saw it last night. Azza was like, oh, I'm putting you up on the block next to Xavier, but Xavier's my target, and if the veto is used, Kai will go up, and you'll be safe, blah, blah, blah.
I'll break the tie. Don't you worry about a thing,
child. Hannah was her target all along. We knew this.
Hannah can't win the veto. She said it right there. She was the target, so...
Azza did not want Hannah around because Azza thinks that she is in with Big D and Xavier. She did not want Hannah taking a shot at them.
She's got to stick with the guys. That's her best way of getting to the final three.
It's not, though!
Xavier also lied to Hannah. They must have had a lie to Hannah party.
Yeah, Kylan and Xavier both told Hannah, you'll have my vote, don't worry, you're gonna stay. And then Kylan and Xavier decided they were gonna pull some shenanigans with that veto.
Shenanies.
Yeah, without telling Azza or Big D what the deal was.
So...
Kylan decided to use the veto on Xavier.
Well, he won it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Big D was pretty shooketh, although he did not
He played it off like he was having a great
Sexy
time.
Julie let on. I'm okay with this, Julie.
Yeah, well, when they showed his diary rooms, he's like, I'm pissed.
Yeah.
He doesn't seem very pissed.
All right, so...
I guess he was acting. Yeah, he was not happy that he was up on the block, and Azza was not happy that her number one ally was up on the block on her HOH.
What are they doing? Are they trying to hijack my HOH?
Yeah, they're really trying to get Big D out, of all people. Are you kidding me?
He's being dragged to the end to lose.
I think Azza spent too much time in that yacht club bedroom listening to Big D's view of the game.
And inhaling the fumes.
Yeah.
All right, so...
Then, this is what I was really curious about.
Yes. We come back yesterday to the live show, and Xavier and Kai are nowhere to be found.
They were off talking before the vote, and I was like, what could they possibly be talking about right now?
They were going back and forth about who's going to be the sympathy vote for Hannah.
It really would matter at this point? Would it really matter at this point?
No, it won't, because there's not going to be that discussion so who was the sympathy vote for me?
I don't think she'd care at that point.
No.
Yeah, so in the end, neither of them ended up giving her a vote because they couldn't decide who was going to do it. And Xavier wants Kylan to think that he is super loyal to him because he wants to make sure that Kylan will, in fact, bring him to the final two if it's up to Kylan.
If Kylan lives to see the next vote.
I don't know.
So Azza is feeling like she got played the whole time.
Girl.
And she did.
You don't even know. Is she finally waking up now? Like, whoa, the guys might be working together.
I don't think we survived the crash, Coach. Beetlejuice.
She really blew it last night.
All right, well, Kai, we've got a little cookout love triangle happening here.
Yes, and there's some cleanup that needs to be done on the cookout aisle. There needs to be some cleanup after this double eviction.
So Kai, he's afraid that Derek is going to find out that his number one is Xavier.
I mean, that was a pretty bold move using that veto on Xavier.
Yeah.
During the double. That did not need to happen. But Derek is thinking, wow, do those two have a final two deal? Like, what's going on here? Am I, like, being left out when we have a final three?
Am I going to survive the crash, Coach?
Yeah.
Beetlejuice. All right, but Xavier does not reciprocate the feelings that Kai has for him.
Kai is completely genuine and in wanting Xavier to go to the end with him.
The gentleman.
Yeah. And Xavier is like, no, I'm taking Big D. Smart.
To lose.
Smart. Yeah, as in like Big D loses. Yes. I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Yes, he's dragging Big D to the end, who lose. All right, so Ozla's upset that Derek was up on the block. We already covered that. That's her number one.
This is what you're upset about? You should be upset that your freaking number one was setting you up to get 4th place.
Does she know that yet, though?
I don't know if she realizes at that point.
All right, well, Derek is upset that Kai picked X over him. Why did Kai kiss me and take X to the... Why did he save him and put my ass on the block?
Yeah. So there was some drama. There was some fallout from that double.
Yeah.
Some hurt feelings, for sure.
I still think some people still haven't figured it all out. But
all right. Well, then it was time for the next HOH competition.
Hey, it's the lady from the new show, CSI Las Vegas.
We don't really watch not even really. We don't watch those crime procedural shows. So
only the one with Shamar. All right.
Throw it on the pile.
Exactly. So she's presenting the HOH competition. Plus, the house guests are going to get a little sneak preview of the first episode of CSI Vegas. Brendan.
Vegas.
So this one's individually
Do you
timed.
think the Vegas spoiler person works for CSI Vegas?
I don't know.
Spoiler girl? I don't know. But yeah, individually timed competition. And
only the guys are playing.
Yeah,
because
Ozza
was the last HOH. So the only other HOH that you can play back to back is the one that's the next one. After
if you win this one, yeah, you can play in the next one. It's from 4 to 3.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I was like, wait, what?
All right, so they set up a little CSI escape room, crime lab. I don't know. I'm having some real issues tonight.
Do you think whoever, I guess it would be Keith Lumen, do you think he watched that documentary on Netflix this past year about that burglary that happened at the art museum in, Massachusetts?
I don't
Remember
know.
we need to finish watching that because we kind of let that one slip through the cracks, but it was good
it was very
so
good.
Far. If you guys know what I'm talking about, leave it in the comments.
Yeah. All right, so they gave him this cheap-ass blacklight. They got to go around, scan all the walls and little exhibits and podiums.
They got to find 5 glowing clues.
Yeah.
Clues.
Yeah. Oh, no. I'm contagious.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, so...
Clues.
Derek went first.
I gotta say, though, first of all, I like this challenge. I think it's a lot of fun.
I think it is a lot of fun.
You had to match up the clues with the evidence that they had lined up on the wall. And there were a lot of ones to throw you off.
12 or so different choices, maybe more.
For each clue.
For each one, yeah. And there was 5.
Mm-hmm.
So Derek he went through them. He had a lot of trouble with that fingerprint one.
He
but
did. Dash, line. Dash, dot.
3, 5, 3 on the DNA strand.
Yeah.
He had 3 wrong after he rang in at first. And it took him a while to figure it out.
Right.
Yeah. So now Xavier went
Mr.
next.
Lawyer.
He had the fingerprint wrong, but he figured it out pretty quickly that it was the fingerprint because he happened to see that one of the other fingerprints was very, very
similar.
close. Yes.
He beasted that.
He did. Then Kylan went, and he went right through the first 4, but then he couldn't even find the clue for the 5th one. It took him a while to find that one.
That pesky, whatever that was. the 3 dots, and then...
Oh, yeah.
I forgot what it was. Some sort of virus or something? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. So, we have the results.
Yes.
It was a tough squad. Not really. Derek had a time of 15 minutes and 44 seconds.
Okay.
Oh, Kylan, he had 14 minutes and 52 seconds. That means that Derek, you're not in the running to become America's next top farter.
Oof.
And then Xavier's time was revealed, and that was 10 minutes and 18 seconds. He smoked
their
them.
asses.
So he won the HOH.
Yeah, that's his second HOH win.
Yeah.
Right?
I think so.
Yeah, right?
Big D was pretty bummed out.
Did I miss one?
No, I thought that was his
second. Just making sure.
Or was it his first? No,
that was he was before. Yeah. I just couldn't remember if it was second or third at this point. I'm losing my mind.
All right, so Big D's bummed out.
It's like, I lost another competition. It looks like I'm just riding people's coattails. I mean,
you are.
It doesn't just look that way.
It's funny. I was sitting there thinking, wow, he's like, wow, I got 3rd place out of this. As more people are leaving, your 3rd place is like now last place.
Yeah. That's how it goes, you know?
Kai was having a rough time with this.
I'm a dummy. I couldn't help but laugh out loud when he did that. Oh my god, it was so ridiculous. It was just too much.
I just can't with this crew. So,
he's very disappointed in himself that he didn't win this.
Yeah. All right, well, Kai and Xavier have a chat. Kai wants to know from Xavier if they're still having their final 2 situation.
Xavier's playing it up like they are because Xavier knows if Kylan wins that last HOH, he wants to make sure he's going to pick Xavier.
Right.
So,
he's not going to tell him, hey, I'm going to cut your ass.
Of course he's going to go along with this right now. But does he mean it?
You know what? None of this matters, really. It all matters the veto.
Yeah.
It's all about the veto.
Of course.
All right, so Xavier has a meeting with Azza, and she knows that she's probably going up.
I mean, she hasn't been up at all yet this season, and the guys have been drooling at the thought of putting her up on the block, so...
She says, can I ask you an off-topic question? Perhaps, is there any possibility that you may have a final with Kai? Final 2?
Nope. I mean, obviously we know he does, but he lied to Azza.
Yeah.
Of course he's not going to say that to her. No.
No, the only one dumb enough to
Big
say
D.
something that is the truth is Big Daddy Derek. Now I can't get Big Daddy out of my mind. All right, so Xavier and Derek have a chat. Mm-hmm. And
Xavier's trying to plant some seeds here for what he really wants to happen this week.
He really wants Kai to be eliminated, voted, but he does not want the blood on his hands.
He wants Big D to be the one to do it.
He wants him to be the hitman.
And Big D is the one who's in love with Kylan.
That's funny, though, because he was ready to cut him before.
Because he's pissed at him every once in a while. He's like, I can't have you here anymore. But, yeah, there's a lot. It's a real roller coaster.
It is a real it's a love triangle roller coaster of not that much fun. All right.
So Big D's like, I don't want to get rid of Kylan. I think part of it is he's terrified to go up against Azza potentially at the end because he just assumes that all the women are going to vote for Azza.
They're not. They're not.
I mean, maybe against Big D. I don't know.
Well,
but...
maybe. But he also says that he deserves a final 2 chair.
What? I feel like the little girl in the meme that's like... Are you okay?
No. All right, even Julie was
This is what happens when they have an episode on a Friday night.
Okay. I want to know.
Yes.
Well, first I want to tell you who the noms were.
Okay.
Azza, because she's never been nominated before. How did that happen?
Because she wasn't really a threat to anybody.
And she said, wow, the first time I get nominated, I may actually go home.
Yeah.
And Kylan, because who cares? It's all about the veto.
Yeah, I mean...
And I'm not putting Derek up.
Yeah, these nominations do not matter at this point because it all comes down to who wins this power of veto.
Whoever wins the veto decides who goes and who stays.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, technically, if Xavier wins, then he picks who decides, but you get what we mean.
Is he really going to let Derek decide who stays?
When he says that, he means I'm going to tell Derek what to do. And he's going to be the one that gets the blood on his hands for the move. But it's going to be Xavier's decision.
Yeah.
You know.
That was the end of the episode. Oh, thank God. And the next episode is not until Wednesday.
Yeah, no Sunday episode because of the Emmys.
And not only Wednesday, but Wednesday at 10 p.m.
I am excited, very excited that Survivor is coming back that night. But I kind of just wish they didn't overlap so that we could just close this up.
Couldn't you have given us
start
another
Survivor
week?
on its own? Yeah. But unfortunately, there is a little bit of overlap there, so.
Ugh. All right, well, hang on, kids. But if you can't, come check out the spoilers.
Yeah, we have a great time there.
Mostly.
Yeah. So let us know your thoughts on this episode in the comments. We will see you all next time.
All right.
And until then,
much
love.